Well, we're excited to visit here with Keith Phelps because there's a lot of new plants that are out, right, that people can use in their landscapes.
There are, and a lot of them are plants that are off of some varieties that have been around for a long time, but they're either improved or they're a dwarf variety. So the first one we're going to talk about is this. It's a spirea, but it's called double play candy corn.
Wow.
And you can see it does really almost look like candy corn.
It does.
Yes, it's incredible. This is how it comes out in the spring with the different shades on it. Now, as it matures over the course of the spring season, it's going to turn more of a limey green, but then it's going to get sort of a raspberry purple flower head on it, like a regular spirea does.
Beautiful.
So it'll be covered with that for the early summer season. Then you can just let it go, or if you want to, you can trim that back. It will push a new set of growth like this, and it will reflower. It's not going to flower as heavy as it did in the spring, but it will reflower.
Oh, nice.
So this plant is a zone 4 through 7, so that gives us a wide variety because we're mostly zone 5, 6 in this area. So it's going to be really winter hardy for us. It's probably going to get somewhere about 1.5 to 2.5 foot tall and wide. It is deciduous though, so it is going to lose its leaves in the winter. So keep that in mind when you're putting it in the garden and where you're placing it. The next plant we're going to talk about is going to be the one that's over there against the edge. And that's called Kinsley's Ghost Honeysuckle. You can see the buds on there, and they're going to open to a yellow fragrant flower. But what is really interesting about this plant is those flower buds are going to form into little berries that are sort of a reddish orange. And when they do that in the fall, that disc turns to like a silvery white color, almost like a eucalyptus. Now it's something that's going to grow probably about 6 to 12 foot tall. So you have to have something for it to grow on, probably about 5 foot wide. I do have one in my yard. I will tell you that in our area, they are very susceptible to aphids, but all honeysuckle are. So the next plant we're going to talk about is a calycanthus. That's this one right here. And this is called Aphrodite. This one doesn't have the fragrance, but what it does have is these giant magnolia type flowers on it. And it will be in bloom all the way till the end of August.
Wow.
It is incredible. Now, they do get about 12 foot tall in our area, okay?
Wow, really?
And about 6 foot wide. It's best to put it somewhere where it can grow to its maximum height, that you don't have to prune it a lot. Make sure you give it plenty of room because it wants it.
Right?
Yep. This is called a Catalpa, and this is Catalpa El Nino, okay? And it's a cross between what we have here, the native catalpa trees, and it's been crossed with a desert willow. So how they did that, I have no idea. But this plant is hardy from zone 6 to 9. So we are borderline for this. And the people that I've talked to that have grown it says they treat it just like a butterfly bush. Most likely it's going to die back and it's going to come back up from the ground. Now, if it grows to its full height, it can get 12 to 15 feet tall and about 8 feet wide. But in our area, probably because we're going to lose a lot of the top growth, it's going to get about 6 to 7 foot tall and about 4 foot wide, which gives it a great size for in a garden.
Yeah.
And it gets flower panicles on it. And those flower panicles are very similar to the look of the catalpa flower, but they are a lavender orchid color flower.
Wow.
They start flowering probably sometime mid to late June, and they flower all the way till frost. They say the fragrance is heavenly off of it, and in the evening, a single plant will perfume a whole small garden. And again, I'm really excited about these plants, and I think they're beautiful, and I think they're wonderful additions to all of your gardens. We are at Brookside Acres Greenhouses in Mifflinburg, which is the greenhouse that I work at during the spring and summer. I would recommend calling them to make sure that the exact plant you're looking for is still in stock.
Okay.
Because I think they are going to go very quickly this year. Their number, I'm going to give it to you right now, is 570-966-3879. And they are located at 9290 Buffalo Road in Mifflinburg. and they would love to see you. I would love to see you. I hope you can come down and we can talk about some of these great plants. I can give you some more pointers on planting them when you come in, and I just think they will be great additions to your garden.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Keith.
Thank you. Have a great summer.